Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Dirty Pat Walsh channel on YouTube with me, your host, Dirty Pat Walsh. Keep on keeping on, right? I don't know how many of my viewers drink about a liter of cola in the morning on top of a coffee. I do when I can. I don't know. It's just something about it. Just wakes me up, sort of, you know. But we're gonna get a dip. I got some Copenhagen snuff. So hold on just a second now. I prefer to dip Copenhagen snuff off screen, but you can tell I'm packing a big one. Yeah, packing a big one. So manly. Packing a big one. Packing a fatty. The things I like, people, sometimes the culture that surrounds them, or the perceived culture that surrounds them. Okay, marijuana, the best example. I've smoked a lot of pot in my life. I've been smoking pot since I was about 13 years old, okay? I love pot, you know? It helps me in tons of ways, you know? Now that I'm not a teenager using it for kicks and I'm old and kind of sick, it's a wonderful, beautiful medicine for me, you know? And it's basically legal here, you know? It's legal. I don't know, I've walked down the middle of the street smoking a joint, passing a cop. No troubles, you know? But anyhow, but I fucking hate the pot culture. I hate hanging around potheads, you know? I hate hanging around, like, I hate the big fucking, you know, the Rasta flag with the fucking marijuana leaf in black in the middle of it, or the generic fucking Bob Marley posters and flags and shit, like, and the big stupid fucking water pipes and all this fucking shit, you know? You know, the way I get pot, when you know, I don't have a bong or a water pipe or any of that shit. I use these. And I don't know, maybe I'm just old school. But yeah, I fucking ever since I was a teenager and I learned quick, I cannot stand that culture at all. But I love smoking pot. You know what I mean? You know, same with tobacco. Weasley, get out of my case. Come here. Come here. Come here, you. This is my little cat, Weasley. See yourself, buddy? Can you see yourself on the camera? He's awesome. Ugh. There we go. But yeah, same with smokeless tobacco, you know, like, or chewing tobacco, you know. I love these things, you know. And a lot of the perceived culture, you know, as I would say with the pothead, it's a perceived culture. You know, it's like stereotypically like a big manly dude, and you know, rough and rugged, working man, dirty boots, kind of a maybe a redneck, you know what I mean? And I think I just hate that about it. Like, that's the one thing I fucking hate about dip, is that it's just like, anybody can smoke a cigarette. Anybody from any walk of life can smoke a cigarette and have no questioning put on them, you know? But like, me, like, I'm a Central Ontario boy, and I don't have, like, fuck. I'm not a working man right now, and whatever the fuck. It's just stigma. I don't like stigmas being put on shit, and a lot of things I like got a lot of stigmas on them, like music. Being a musician, musicians are fucking classically known as assholes. I try to not be an asshole. I hate that. Um, you know, the fucking, I don't know, cooking, being a chef, like, it was such a fucking testosterone filled, like, male rage environment, and as while I loved it for some reasons, I just was like, Jesus, man, you know. Anyhow, I didn't come here to whine and complain more. I'm proud to be dipping on some Copenhagen stuff. So that's all. 7 minutes video already. Fuck. Okay, what I wanted to come on and tell you about. Yesterday I came on and pissed and moaned about happenings in my life. Threw a little Bone Daddy rip in there just to spice it up and give Bone Daddy a little plug. Yeah. So, but today I just want to tell you an old rock and roll story, which kind of ties into the stigmatization or the percepted reality of something that isn't. Back in the 90s, so long ago now. Back in the 90s, I was playing in the Jackson Sanatorium Blues Band. We were for those who don't know, the Jackson Sanatorium Blues Band was me and four of my friends, and we just had this crazy. It was like asking all the guys listen to stuff like the Stooges and the MC5 and all this old like they weren't really the kind of cats you'd ask to play in a blues band, but they were all into it, and so our music was this crazy. It sounded like the Stooges meets the Birthday Party meets John Lee Hooker, meets R.L. Burnside. I don't know. It was like crazy, off the rails crazy, and I'm lucky I'm alive from playing in that band. We toured. We toured illegally through America. We played Kentucky. We played. And this was all busking. When I say we played, we just set up on the corner and played. We played in Kentucky. We played in Memphis, underneath the big gold statue of Elvis. It was great. That's another story. The whole Memphis experience. Our ultimate destination was to go to New Orleans. We stopped in Mississippi for a couple days because we wanted to go meet the people who run Fat Possum Records. So we went there and we did a lot of cool stuff. I don't want to make this a history lesson on the Jackson Sanatorium Blues Band, really, because that's not my point. We were a crazy ass band, okay? And when we would play, often it would get, we'd be all drunk and on other stuff, and we'd be whipping bottles at each other on stage and fighting on stage and whipping bottles at the crowd and jumping up on tables. I'd jump up on tables all the time and fucking kick people. A guy would come to a table with a whole tray of drinks and I'd fucking kick it over. We were in your face, but the music was the most important thing. The chaos and all the activities of a band, in that way, came afterwards. The music came first. We couldn't play. We worked so hard on the music, and we wrote good songs. We stole good songs and revamped them. It was a band I'll always remember, and I loved it. And but yeah, anyway, we used to play in St. Catharines a lot, which is down in the Niagara Falls area, and we used to play St. Cat's, and we played there often enough that we were kind of known, like we could fill a 500 person venue, no problem, We played we played everywhere in St. Cat's, and almost everywhere. We used to tour with this band called Hemogoblin all the time. I don't know if they're still around. I don't know. They were a great band. They were kind of like a Nirvana sounding kind of band, like 90s post-punk, 90s American post-punk, Yeah, and they were really good. They were really tight. They were a tight organization, Hemogoblin were. And they were out of St. Catharines, So we'd always gig swap with them, all kinds of shit. And anyhow, we were playing. We were gonna play this one place, this one bar in St. Catharines. I can't remember. It was a wicked venue though, and anyhow, Hemogoblin showed up, and they had a buddy with them. I think this guy. I think his name was Dan. But he came to the show with a harmonica that he had found, and he took it as a sign because he thought I was an animal. You know what I mean? Like he was like, "You're the best harmonica player I've ever seen. Oh my God, I'd want to play like you." And I was like, awesome. I was really happy. And Hemogoblin was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get him up for our last song tonight, and he's gonna blow harp on this blues thing we're gonna do, whatever." And I was like, "Great, right on." So we were the headliners, and Hemogoblin was second. And there was a beginning band, I can't remember it all. And so fucking, that comes to the last song of Hemogoblin's set, and Dan, I think his name, I'm pretty sure it was Dan or Joey, I can't remember, but he was a fucking idiot. So he gets up on stage to blow some harp, and he starts the song, blows a couple notes, and then he just goes animal on the stage. He fucking, he broke all the microphones. He just went like animal. He was like throwing mic stands around. He punctured one of the main woofers in the PA system. He was a fucking, and that was because that's how he perceived me as a harmonica player. He's like, "I want to play just like you." And now, he had it wrong on so many levels, Like, one, as crazy as it got in our band, we would never ever destroy the equipment. We knew what we were doing. We were practiced at it, and we never. It was a show, you know. We never broke a microphone. We never did anything like that. When I was focused on playing harmonica, I was focused on playing harmonica. You know, I wasn't breaking mic stands and stuff like that, right? Yeah. So I always felt kind of bad for that, but I mean, it's not under my control of what Buddy does or doesn't do, but it made me embarrassed to think that he wanted to play just like me, but that was why he wanted to play. He wasn't even thinking about putting the music first. He just wanted to fucking riot on stage, you know. So I don't know where he is now. Could be in fucking jail. Who knows? But yeah, that was a flattering turned dark moment in my musician, my career as a musician. Yeah, we didn't get to play. We were actually chased out of the venue because they thought, well, if you're gonna act like this, like, we can't even imagine what the headliners are gonna act like, because you know we had a rep, you know, and so they fucking ran us out, and it was a bummer. But yeah, so yeah, perceived fucking. You gotta look deeper into things, you know. Don't just judge books by their cover, you know. And certainly, if you're playing a venue, please respect the venue's equipment. And you know, if you want to be a wild and crazy harmonica player, first you gotta be a harmonica player. Then the wild and crazy can come after. But and that goes for pretty much anything, you know. Learn the rules of the road before you fucking start T-boning everybody, you know. All right. Yeah, so I just wanted to tell you that. I hope you all have a fucking awesome day. Thanks for all your support. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you care to subscribe, please subscribe. I'm almost at 300 people. Almost 4 years I've been doing this, and I'm almost gonna break. I think I'm gonna break 300 people. And that's amazing to me. So, thanks for rocking with the Dirty Pat Walsh channel. If you rock with me, I'll rock with you too. And be well, stay free, have a wonderful, wonderful day.